Hello Aries, this is Michelle and I'm here to do your September 2020 tarot reading. Let's call it September, October because it's already mid-month, so you know the timing can be a little bit flexible with the readings, but I'm trying to get them up for you. I guess that's the main thing. Yes, this month we're going to use the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. I'll also bring in an affirmation card for you from Divine Doors and a saint from the Voices of Saints. Alright, so we're going to get started. I have been shuffling the cards for quite a while, so I think they're just about ready, but I'm just going to give them just a little bit more. Yes, that's it. Okay, we're good to go. Let's get started with the reading for my Aries friends. For my Aries friends, King of Wands, well, there you are on the bottom of the deck, Aries. There you are. Fire, sitting very comfortably next to this fire. So I certainly hope that you are all comfortable in your homes or wherever you're situated. It does seem like the King of Wands, though, is deep in thought at this time. So let's take a look. Well, it's the Queen of Cups, all right. And the Chariot, okay, very interesting. We have Death coming in. There's such a beautiful Death card, all right. And the Magician. Well, I have to say, this is a phenomenal opening with 3 major arcana. You know, I feel that Aries, we are thinking about how to make accomplishments and to stick with our vision for the future. And it could be that it's been a little bit difficult of late. It could be that emotions related to the times or particular situations. I feel that some of us have had a very tough time with work right now. For some of you, it may be loss of work, but for others of us, it can be actually a bombardment of work, like almost overburdened. And that can also be interfering somewhat. It's taking a little bit of an emotional toll, I feel, for some of the Aries folks, thinking about how can I actually make that long-term change and goal that I have in mind. But what's so beautiful to see, Aries, oh my goodness, how beautiful is this, is the Death card and the Magician coming in, surrounding you. And this is telling me that you actually have been making some very dramatic changes in life, that you have been actually, I want to say, instigating some very important changes. I think you can see how the old life is going to pass away and the new life is going to come in to being. Beautiful to see the Magician here at the foundation of your reading, because it's telling me that you really have a sense of wanting to be in charge of your life. And I'm hearing this, Aries, it's like you don't want to be getting the runaround anymore. Now, I'm not sure exactly what that means for you, but it's like I don't want to be getting the runaround, or maybe being like ordered to do this and that, or not quite know exactly what's going to happen down the road. And just like this sort of feeling like you're getting the runaround. You don't want that anymore. You want to be in charge. And I think you are taking steps to bring things into place so that you can create the life that you are envisioning for yourself. I think it's a process though, okay? So there's a process going on. Now we have the Devil coming in, all right? And this is such a really comical devil, I always feel, because he's just sort of dancing and having this good time, while we see the people below just feeling like, oh my goodness, what's gonna happen? I get a little bit of a giggle every time I see that, because what comes up to mind for me is that things can sort of get blown out of proportion, I want to say. Now, I'm not going to make light of the troubles that we are all facing, because they are grave indeed for some people. But things, when we get a little bit emotional, it can almost like have its own I want to say a life of its own. Our emotions can take on a life of its own. And that's the point where we can get almost tempted to get into sort of a cycle of concern about things. But in your case, I feel that you have control of that. You have a handle of that. I think that you have seen in the past, perhaps there have been some very difficult times, you've been very worried, but I think you've gotten, I want to say, you can see that it's something happening on the material level, let me say that. And that it could be, actually also what I'm picking up, is that your spiritual strengths and gifts can come in to bear during those situations as sort of a reminder that this is not all that there is, just exactly what we see right in front of our eyes, okay? We're looking at something right in front of our eyes. That can create some concern, but I think, Aries, you have the ability to step back and say, no, wait a minute, there's a bigger picture involved here. This isn't everything. There's more involved here. There's my entire life cycle to begin with. There's all the life lessons that I'm learning. There's the spiritual aspect of things. All of this comes into play, and now we have the Six of Cups, and this is exactly what I'm saying, is that, Aries, I feel that you are going to be able to tap in to the goodness of life, the good, simple things, the very simple things in life. And that can be a little bit difficult right now for those of us that are kind of like, you know, we are actually still sheltering in place, some of us, and or socially isolating ourselves, distancing ourselves, and we're working online a lot, and the connections aren't the same, and a lot of us are spending a lot of times indoors, and so that can be kind of difficult. But I can see the Aries people saying, no, I am going to take time out this day. I am going to take time out this day to connect with the goodness. It's still there. The goodness of life is still there. And it is just a matter of stopping for a moment and saying, you know, I'm going to bring the flowers into my home. I'm going to look at them and smell them. I'm going to enjoy something beautiful and healthy to put into my body, to drink. Maybe I'm going to do some exercise at home. I'm going to stretch, or I'm going to take a walk through my neighborhood and take a look at the trees, smell the flowers, feel the breeze. Aries, I can see this bringing a lot of, I want to say, an uplifting sort of sensation to you in the month of September and October. I highly recommend it. Here's the Five of Coins coming in, all right? The Six of Wands, beautiful to see, of course. The Empress, all right, lovely. Let's take a look at these cards together. Well, I'm picking up this for you, Aries, this message, so I want to say this. It's very important for Aries peoples, and especially some of the Aries people who managed to make it to this reading, to tap into or find an outlet for your creativity. All right, so I'm picking that up very strongly. That Aries needs to feel like there is some progress and some growth occurring in life, and that is going to be very uplifting for you. Again, I do get a feeling with the Five of Coins coming in here, the Five of Pentacles, we might say, that there is some concern about finances, money, just everything that's happening in the world is kind of like this grayish cloud that can just kind of hang over you. And, you know, depending on how much you're taking in terms of media, which, you know, I mean, it's important to be informed, okay? I'm not saying it's not important to be informed, but depending on how much of that you're bringing in, and it can sort of also send us into this feeling of real concern and worry about the future. But I feel, Aries, again, the key the key here to feeling a little bit better, and also just assuring your own well-being in the future, is to really continue to find an outlet for your creativity. Find something that you can do if you're not already. Okay, so this is the advice that's coming through from the spread, is to find some little projects or things that you can do that will be an outlet for your creativity, and where you can see a little bit of progress every day. Just a little bit of progress in whatever it is. It could be something very simple. It could be some little project in the home. It could be some kind of creative sort of thing that you like to do, and you're just going to take out 30 minutes or an hour every day, and you're just going to work on that and do it and see a little bit of progress there. I feel like that is going to be an oasis for you, and it's going to help you through this particular time. I want to say this, though. There's something else coming through in this reading, and it's really beautiful. This message coming through for you, Aries, is that I feel that you are going to be receiving some acknowledgement, all right? Some sort of acknowledgement for the work that you have done. And I'm hearing, you know, congratulations, good for you. We can see what you're doing. I think you might be a little bit concerned about that, like, well, I'm doing all this work and I'm not really getting much back for it, or maybe they don't appreciate me, or they don't see what I'm doing. But I'm seeing and feeling that no, that's not the case. If these accolades or this recognition isn't coming in right now immediately, it could be something that happens like 6 months from now. So it could be something, let's say, like a promotion that comes through, or an extra job, or a new client, a new important client comes through about 6 months down the road, something along those lines, because word is out. Right? So word is out about the good job that you are doing. You might feel like, wow, it's not, you know, no one's recognizing me. But I feel that the recognition is going to come through. It could be about 6 months, maybe for some of you 6 weeks, but I feel more like it's going to be about 6 months. And so keep working at those creative projects, whatever that is. Just see a little bit of progress every day. Every day, look, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. And sure enough, it's going to also bring, I want to say, it's going to bring back a sense of normalcy also as well. And now we have the Hierophant. Wow, beautiful to see this major arcana coming in at the end of the reading. And it's suggesting to me that many of the Aries people, you are in a position of, I don't want to say authority. It could be authority, but that doesn't really get to the sensation here. What I'm picking up is that you are a role model. All right, so for the Aries people, you are a role model for others. This could be, it could be your family, all right? It could be in your job. It could be people that you work with. It could be some kind of social groups, but there's some way in which, even if you don't know it, you may not even realize it, but that you are serving as a very positive role model for others. They might be concerned and worried, Aries, but if you're maintaining that sense that, you know what, I am going to carry on, I'm going to continue on my way, I'm going to find ways to be positive and achieve my goals in life. If you are doing that, the lightness of spirit that you are going to bring into your own world is going to spread out to just everyone else. It's beautiful to see. Let's take a look at your divine door. All right, very mysterious and very spiritual looking. And the message is Jude's song, a reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases, you can find peace within the strangest of places. All right, I just love that for you, Aries. I really do, because I think it's goes to the sort of unexpected, Now let's a little bit of trouble with this card. Let's get it set up here. We're going to, it's suggesting to me that you just don't know what little thing you can do, what little thing you might do that is going to just lift your heart, and or what little place you might go to and suddenly feel uplifted. If you need a little bit of nourishment, emotional, spiritual nourishment, and a little bit of, let's say, creative inspiration. All right, now let's take a look. This is from the Voices of Saints by Los Scarabeo. And this month I decided to pull a saint card quickly, just quickly. We'll take a quick look at it, but it's a saint for you to pray to in the month of September and October over the fall months. Oh, this is just beautiful. Saint Catharina, Sinensis. Now, I'm just going to read a very, very brief information about her, but you can look up some information about her or pray to her at this time. She's coming through for you. She has a beautiful, beautiful little halo right there above her head. Those beautiful white flowers of suggesting purity. Let's take a look, all right? Let's take a look. Let's see if this card will sit. Alrighty, and that's number 25 for my Aries friends. Catharina Sinensis, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Dominican pressured popes about problems concerning the church. Determination will bring satisfaction. Wow, that is really interesting. And so a suggestion to the Aries people that you might be speaking out about things, and where you see that something isn't correct, you might be coming out in order to set things right and do what you know is right at this time, especially as it pertains to the well-being of other people. All right, Aries, that's your reading for September and going into October. Thank you so much for being here. As always, it is a pleasure and a privilege to read for you, and I'll see you next time.